Good morning students. India is the land of agriculture. Yes, we have near about 50% of the people who has a livelihood of agricultural. Yes, and on that time, what is the agriculture, what is its importance, and what is the main need for the purpose of the agriculture, what are the different other livelihood things depends on the agriculture or subsidiary factors of the agriculture. We all discuss all these things in our today's chapter. The name of the chapter is agriculture, and today we are covering our fourth chapter, part first, and in this part first we discuss about the different types of the livelihood things based on the agricultural land, or we will say the livestock and the other things which are parallelly as useful as the agriculture. We are talking about the main thing, yes, about agriculture, different types of agriculture, and who is sowing seeds. But natural farmer is sowing seeds, farmer is tilling. Here these students have some curiosity and they comes to the farmer. Here see, Gurpreet, Madho and Tina were walking through the village where they saw a farmer tilling land. Yes, the farmer is tilling land there, and on that time the farmer told them that he was growing wheat and had just added manure to the soil to make it more fertile. The first important thing here is, students, what is the important thing added to the soil for making its fertility rate higher? Manure. Yes, this farmer added manure to the soil for making the fertility rate at the highest peak, and for this one he told the children that the wheat would fetch a good price in the mandi, from where it would be taken to factories to make bread and biscuits from flour. Yes, this farmer discussed with the children and told the children about the different activities. The first main activities about the wheat is that wheat fetch the highest rate or highest price in the mandi where the things are sold out and purchased out, and from that one this wheat, with the help of the industries, with the help of the factories, converted into ब्रेड्स, बिस्किट फ्रॉम द फ्लोर. यस, आटा जो होता है गेहूं का आटा, उससे कई सारी चीज़ें बनती है बच्चों, और उन्हीं सारी चीज़ों से क्या होता है, उन्हीं सारी चीज़ों से ही तो डिफरेंट आइटम्स बनते हैं जो हमारी किचन की शोभा बढ़ाते हैं. सी, this transformer from a plant to a finished product involves three types of economic activities. Yes, from the simple plant to the finished product, it took three steps of economic activities. What are these steps? We will follow it one by one here. The first one is the, here we discussed that these are the primary sectors, secondary sectors and the tertiary activities. In the primary sector, if we are including what things, then let's explain here. In the primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Main important things we noticed here. For an example, agriculture, fishing and gathering are good examples of the primary sectors. It means that not only agriculture, fishing, as we had discussed that not only agriculture part is there, other than agriculture many other things are also for the livelihood of the farmers. So here is the good example, fishing and gathering are good examples of primary sectors. When we are discussing about the secondary activities, what are the things included in the secondary activities, students? See here, secondary activities are concerned with the processing of these resources. All these resources comes into the processing part, then it comes with the secondary activities. For an example, manufacturing of steel, baking of bread and weaving of cloth are examples of this activity. It means in the secondary activity what things are going on, especially when we are converting one thing into the another and the position of that thing totally changed. For an example, manufacturing of different types of steel utensils is there, you are using in the kitchen and you are using in the other places also. So same as the baking of bread. By the baking of bread, the flour changes into the bread and this process comes into the secondary activity. Same with the weaving of clothes. Weaving of clothes is also the good example of secondary activities, because after weaving the cloth, all the things converted or totally changed into the new formation. And when we are including our third activity or territory activities, it provides support to the primary and secondary sectors through different types of services. It means territory activities help primary sectors and secondary sectors in improving their services. For an example, if anything is prepared at Rajasthan but not supplied to other states, then the total use of that activity is not going on. It means if we transport that thing from here to another one, for an example, Bajra is there. If we transport Bajra from Rajasthan to other states, then there is a proper use. And if the farmers needs a trading portion, banking is the important thing in the territory activities, because banks gives loan to the farmers at a very reasonable rates, and for other things also. Same with the insurance. If one thing or one item transported from one place to another place, then there is a insurance for that one, and there is no loss or harm for the farmers, because if any misunderstanding or misoccurrence happened, then what happened on that time? When the any injuries or any mishappening occurred, then insurance companies, with the help of the claims, farmers got their money again. And with the help of advertisement, at present the advertising things are the best things for the selling or purchasing of the things. So if anything had an advertisement, maybe of the print media, maybe of the electronic media, maybe you have your mobiles or TVs and other things with you. So with all these electronic medias, with the help of advertising also, farmers get so much benefited, and all these things comes into the territory activities. So these are the best example. And when we had already discussed about primary activities, secondary activities and territory activities, then the what next important thing is here? See, we are discussing about our chapter agriculture. So agriculture comes into the primary activity, and it includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, or rearing of livestock. So all these things included in the primary stock, and as we have the name of the chapter agriculture, so agriculture with other things included in this one. See here, in the world, total 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activities. It means half of the world's people included in the agricultural activities, and different types of agricultural activities are going on. 2/3 of India's population is still dependent on agriculture, none other than agriculture. It means 2/3 of the population of India totally depends on the agriculture, whether it is based on the rainy season, whether it is based on the different methods of irrigation. See, favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for agricultural activities. So main two important things necessary for the agricultural activities. First one is the topography of soil, and the second one includes the climatic conditions for the agricultural activities. The land on which the crops are grown is known as the arable land. So what is the definition of arable lands, students? See, the shortest and the finest definition of arable land is The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land. And see, this one is the picture of a map, words map, and in this one distribution of arable lands are there. See all these things, all these parts included in the arable lands. And see the other parts are the water bodies. So इसमें भी आप देखिए कि कहीं कहीं आप देखिए कि ये जो पोर्शंस हैं इनमें see the condition of our India also here. So all these are the distribution of the arable lands. And when we are discussing about the agriculture and different other cultures nearby with the agriculture, so different types of cultures are there. We are taking one by one here. The first one we are taking is the agri plus culture. It means agriculture. What is this agriculture? Yes, we are discussing it from the starting, but a real thing is that the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. It is also called farming. It means agriculture second name is farming, and in this farming system the science and art of cultivation on the soil is there, and all these raising crops and rearing livestock are also with the agriculture. What about the second one? See here, seri plus culture. It means sericulture. What is this sericulture? And what is the important thing happened in this one? See here, commercial rearing of silkworms. Silkworms we had discussed in our previous chapter about the silkworms, and all these silkworms are the important पार्ट फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ द सेरिकल्चर. आप देखिए सिल्क की साड़ियाँ औरतें पहनती हैं, बहुत पसंद करती हैं बच्चों. सेम थिंग जब सिल्क की बात आती है तो जेंट्स हों भले लेडीज़ हों भले ही हों बच्चे, सबकी पसंद होती है. एंड जब हम कहते हैं प्योरेस्ट सिल्क वॉर्म्स के थ्रू ही हमें जो प्योर सिल्क है वह मिलता है और उसको प्रोसेस में गोइंग ऑन करके चीज़ें बनाई जाती हैं. इट मे सप्लीमेंट द इनकम ऑफ द फार्मर्स. So depends on the agriculture this silkworm. Sericulture is also the other important part of the income of the farmers. So the next one we are including about the pisciculture culture. It means pisciculture. In this pisciculture the main important breeding of fishes in special constructed tanks and ponds. It means the farmers with the help of different tanks or different ponds they breeds the fishes, and it is also the main income source for the purpose of the farmers. Yes, farmers के लिए बहुत important है कि वो साथ ही साथ में टैंक्स में और पॉन्ड्स में जो फिशिंग ब्रीडिंग्स है उनको चालू रखे, और इससे क्या होगा, उनकी इनकम में इजाफा होगा. Next we are including viti plus culture. It means viticulture. Viticulture is the cultivation of grapes. You all are eating grapes in the seasons, so these are very tasty, and all these tasty items included in the viticulture. Okay, the last one is the horticulture. Horticulture includes growing vegetables, growing flowers and fruits for the purpose of the commercial use. If you have attending some marriage ceremony or birthday ceremony, and if you saw there different decorations with the help of the flowers or leaves, then this part is the procedure of the horticulture. It means flowers and leaves are using in the commercial purpose. So this one horticulture includes growing vegetables, also growing different types of flowers and fruits, only and only for the purpose of commercial use, not for the personal use. These are the different types of cultures here, and as we had just searched about the map, and in the map you can also see that agricultural activities is concentrated in those regions of the world where suitable factors for the growing of crops exist. Suitable factors? What are the suitable factors, students? Yes, just we had discussed about the climatic conditions, topography of the soil, Are there any other factors also responsible for the purpose of agriculture? See, we will discuss in the farm system here. In the farm system, see, the first process is the input process, and in this input process what is going on? With the help of machinery, seeds, chemicals and labor, fertilizers, with the help of all these things, process is going on, and in this process different types of activities are going on. For an example, plugging, sowing, spraying, and after all the result comes with the output, and the result is the crops here. So this one is the farm system of an arable form, and in this one if we are talking in the picture side, then it's okay, the concept is totally clear to you. And if we are discussing here in this way, see, agriculture or farming can be looked as a system. The important inputs are, see, seeds are there, fertilizers are there, machineries are there, and the main important thing, labor are there. And with all these inputs, some of the operations involved in this, for example, plugging is there, sowing is there, irrigation is there, weeding is there, and harvesting is there. So this one is the processing function, and in the processing different activities are going on, and after that activity, see, we got our output in the forms of different crops, in the forms of, see, wool, in the forms of dairy products, in the forms of poultry products. So all these things comes with the output. जब हम आउटपुट की बात करते हैं बच्चों, हमें अलग अलग, हमने कहा एग्रीकल्चर और एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर बेस्ड दूसरे जो भी काम होते हैं उसको हम इसमें यहाँ इंक्लूड करते हैं. सो दिस वन इज़ द आउटपुट ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ लाइव स्टॉक एंड डिफरेंट अदर थिंग्स डिपेंड्स ऑन द एग्रीकल्चर. सी, physical inputs are there. If we identified with the physical inputs and the human inputs in the farming system, then in the physical inputs, first one is the important factor is the sunshine. Sunshine is necessary for the growing purpose of crops. Second one is the rainfall. Third one is the soil, proper soil, and the fourth one is the temperature. As you heard about the story between God and human being, that a human being told that why God you are interfering in everything. If I am growing seeds, you put rains and it disturbs my agricultural activities. Then the human being told to God, it's okay, you will allot me 1 year, and in that year you will not disturb me. Without any interruption I will grow my agricultural activity, I will grow my seeds and other flowers and other things in my farmings. So on that time God agreed, it's okay, I will not disturb you with a single pinch of time. And on that time what happened, see students, on that time all the things going on with the mind of the farmer. Yes, on that time farmer said, no, there I not need sunshine here. Then clouds came, and after that temperature, it is so much hotty, I don't want hotty, I need cloudy temperature or cold temperature. Then it's okay, everything going on with the mind of farmer. But what is the result behind all these activities? In the wheat, आपने देखा गेहूं में तो दाना भी पूरा प्रॉपरली आया ही नहीं है. ऑन दैट टाइम अगेन द फार्मर क्लेम टू द गॉड, इट्स ऑलवेज विद द योर कर्स. आपने ही कुछ न कुछ गलत किया होगा कि मेरे तो गेहूं में दाना भी नहीं पड़ा है, बालियों में दाना तक नहीं आया है. एंड ऑन दैट टाइम गॉड said to the farmer that no, I am not the overall, it's okay, all these things depends on you and your mind. And that time where the sunshine needed, you needs cloudy time. Where hot temperature is needed, you need, no, I need cloudy or rainy or winter season. So it's not proper for the formation of the seed, formations of the fruits and other things. So all these physical inputs are also necessary for the growing of crops, and in this one proper sunshine, proper hot temperature, proper level of soil is also necessary in this one. And when we are discussing about the slopes, we had discussed in our previous chapter about the different types of farming system, and all these physical inputs are the result for the human inputs also. Yes, human, with the help of these physical inputs, he also had a different labor system with the different machineries, different chemicals and fertilizers, and with the help of the all these storage system. यस, जितना भी उगा है उसको स्टोर करके भी तो रखेंगे, तो ये सब स्टोरेज सिस्टम और ये सब एक्टिविटीज़ किसके द्वारा की जाती है बच्चों? ये सारी एक्टिविटीज़ की जाती है ह्यूमन पिंड. So it is necessary that physical inputs are there. With the help of the human inputs, all these farming system is going on. See, when we are discussing about the farming system, then there are different types of farming also. Yes, different types of farming. It depends on land to land. It depends on region to region. It depends on place to place, where and which type of crops are there. See, farming is practiced in various ways all across the world. Not only in India, we had said that 50% of the people are depend on agriculture. So, depending upon the geographical conditions, demands of the produce items, labor and level of technology, farming can be classified into two main types. See, farming is classified into two main types with all these geographical conditions, depends of the produce and what are the demands of the produced things, with the labor, with the level of technology, which type of technology and what technology is used in these two types of farming. Let's see here. These are subsistence farming. The first one is the criteria of subsistence farming and the second one is the commercial farming. As we know about the words or names, it is clear to all of us the total concept about the subsistence farming and commercial farming. Yes, commercial farming, things which are going on with the use of commercial things or commercial purpose. But what are the things are going on in the commercial farming and subsistence farming? We will read it one by one here. See, when we are taking our first type of farming, subsistence farming, in this one, this type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. It means only and only for the personal use subsistence farming is going on, and it depends on the traditionally low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small output. It means on a small patch of land with only the family members or the laborers who are the family members, and with the low level of technology, with traditionally items. When this system is going on, it means subsistence farming is going on, and it is depends on a very small input, not on the large area of land, but only a small area of land is necessary for the subsistence farming. And when we are talking about subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. Yes, we divided this subsistence farming into two parts, and in this two parts, the first one is the intensive farming, subsistence farming, and the second one is the primitive subsistence farming. See, when we are talking about the intensive subsistence farming, in this type of agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using only simple tools and more labor. Yes, with the help of simple tools and with the more labor, it means with the help of the family members, this activity is going on, and it depends on the climate. climate with a large number of days with sunshine and fertile soil permits growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. See the important factors in the primitive substitute farming. It is the climatic conditions and it depends on the large days. Climate, what is this climate? Climate में हम क्या देखते हैं बच्चों कि एक बहुत समय तक एक ही जैसा जब टेम्परेचर रहता है तो हम वहाँ पे क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस को यहाँ पे डिनोट करते हैं. एंड इन दिस वन प्रॉपर सनशाइन, प्रॉपर फर्टाइल सॉयल इज नेसेसरी एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स परमिट्स फॉर द ग्रोइंग ऑफ मोर देन वन क्रॉप. एक से ज़्यादा क्रॉप एनुअली उगाई जाती है यहाँ पे एक ही प्लॉट के अंदर. इट मीन्स वन टाइम the wheats are there, then another time other crops are there. And when we are talking the best example, then rice is the main crop for all these types of farming. Other crops includes wheat, maize, pulses and oilseeds. It means rice, wheat, maize, pulses and oilseeds. All these have very small patches of land includes and all these things had climatic conditions very favorable. आप देखिए ज़्यादातर क्या होता है बच्चों, होता क्या है कि एक टाइम बीइंग इनको ग्रो करने के लिए सीड्स को पुटअप कर दिया जाता है फार्मर के द्वारा, और फार्मर और उनकी फैमिली ही इन सब को विद द सिंपल टूल्स इन सब की तरफ से अपना काम करती हैं और एक फसल एक टाइम में लेती हैं. और साल में कितनी फसल लेती हैं? साल में बच्चों 2 फसल ली जाती है. यस, इन द इंटेंसिव सब्सिस्टेंस एग्रीकल्चर इज प्रिवेलेंट इन द thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. It means these are the main important parts where all these intensive subsistence agriculture is finding. See, South, Southeast and the East Asia part. All these depends on the monsoon regions. All these are the thickly populated areas. See, primitive subsistences agriculture includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. 2 types primitive subsistence agriculture also includes. First thing is the shifting cultivation and the second one is the nomadic herding. So what is this shifting cultivation? What is this nomadic herding? Yes, we will discuss here this one also. When we are taking shifting cultivation, it is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. It means all these with the help of what? Thickly forested areas. All these depends upon the countries or the level. See here, Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. Yes, in the Northeast India we have all these shifting cultivation system is there. These are the areas of heavy rainfall. It means in the shifting cultivation areas heavy rainfall is there and quick regeneration of vegetation is also there. फटाफट इतनी भारी बारिश होती है कि जल्दी जल्दी जो है दूसरी चीज़ भी वहाँ पे उगाने के लिए तैयार रहती है. एंड व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्लॉट्स, अ प्लॉट ऑफ लैंड इज टोटली क्लियर्ड बाय felling the trees and burning them. So burning the trees and felling the trees is the again important part, and all the ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassavas are grown. It means this type of plot includes the felling of trees with burning them, and after burning when all the ashes came there, so all these ashes mixed into the soil and the crops are there. Crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassavas, all these things are grown in this type of land. When we are talking about the soil's fertility, then what happens? See here, after the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivators moves to a new plot. It means shifting cultivation, students. See, if the farmer had this one large or two different lands or parts of lands, and see, if one time he is farming in this plot, he totally vacated this one, and the next time he moves to the next or new plot and vacated this one. So this seems to be a part of cultivation. See here, when we are talking about the nomadic herding, this picture is there, but in the shifting cultivation, what is the another name of shifting cultivation, students? Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture, as we had discussed that the felling of trees and burn and the ashes collected from all these parts, that ashes included in the soil. So the another name of shifting cultivation is the slash and burn agriculture. I think the concept is totally clear to you. About this one, we are taking our nomadic herding part here. See this one. What is this nomadic herding? Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of the Sahara, Central Asia and some parts of India, and in India especially in Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. See here, in the nomadic herding, all these animals especially when we are talking about the camels, all camels are included in this one. And see, in this type of farming, herdsmen move from one place to the other place with their animals for the purpose of the fodder and water. They are along with defined routes. It means they switched off from one place to the another place in search of the fodder as well as water, and this type of movement arises in the response to the climatic constraints and terrain. So all these things depends upon the climatic conditions. See, first one is the camel is the important thing. Then again we will discuss about the sheep, camel, yak and goats. All these are commonly reared here. All these animals provides milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herders and their families. So all these persons switched off from one place to the another place in search of fodder, in search of water with their sheep, camels, yak, goats and different types of animals who totally provide them the things. For an example, milk, meat, wool and hides. All these are necessary for them and for their families also. So all these livestock are also the necessary parts of agriculture, and it is important for the farmers to do all these subsidiary things also with agriculture. What other things are going on, we will continue in our next part. Stay with us. Stay tuned.